Okay. All right. We're gonna start here. I think it's starting in like 4 minutes, so I'm gonna have to edit this part out, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Okay. So this is your VOD review for Invis on for Whimstar. So again, I say this again every time now. I'm just gonna probably become a mantra. The things I'm looking for are positioning, decision make, positioning, decision making, and mechanics. Okay. Along with that, the way that I do these VOD reviews is I look for picks and pick sixes. Picks being when you're not failing, but when you're not performing in one of the three categories I just mentioned. And it's something that if you are punished at, you could lose the game, or you could lose agency within the game. A pick six is when you do one of those things and you get punished and you basically throw away your agency of the game. Okay, so the pick is you're doing the thing that if you got punished, you could lose the game, or lose agency of the game in terms of tempo, that is avoidable. And the pick six is when it actually happens. If you have three pick sixes, I stop the replay, okay? Because going over three pick sixes, that kind of gives you something to work with instead of going through a whole replay. Because a whole replay is useless, right? You're not going to want to watch a whole freaking replay. And that's going to take me probably an hour, 2 hours to get through. So that's why I stop at the first three pick sixes, and that kind of gives you an idea of oh, these are patterns and things that I do. All right, so let's get to it. You're on Hand of Heaven. Not the easiest map in the world, but whatever. This map is very attack favored, okay? So very attack favored. So let's see how you play it. You've got a Gambit, Iron Fist, Bucky, Hell. So you've got a 2-2-2. This is already really good. Okay, we walk out of spawn. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. Ooh. All right. All right. Let's talk about this for a second. Okay. I like what you did here. Right. This is okay. But you need to be able to, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily a pick six. Okay. But I would like to see you using your pull and your push more. To try to get pressure, because in this moment you probably could have tried to pull this guy in. Maybe this guy's literally sitting in your front team. You probably could have pulled somebody in, maybe even helped secure a pick, etc., etc. Now this guy's here. I need to see you ping. Look at this. You still haven't pinged this guy. So this tells me. Hold on. I'm gonna see if you're in control. You're a controller. Okay. So this tells me something that's very important. And I don't know if I can actually. I don't know if I can actually show you here. Maybe I'll put a screenshot of the. I think what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot and put it in the thread beneath you. I can already tell right now you're on controller. You probably don't have your ping set up appropriately on this. I don't know if this is going to show you yours or mine. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So this shows you mine. Let me show you. This is what you kind of want to do your setup for. This is kind of a setup variation that you need to try to aim for, okay? So the issue with the current D-pad, your current setting, your default settings in this game is when it comes to pings, is you have to press the D-pad to get pings. And it's if you're in the middle of fighting somebody or whatever, you really can't press the D-pad because that means you have to take your finger off the movement. So you're just going to die. What I'd like to see you do is adjust your pings and put your ping on the square button. Now, you might say, well, that's my reload button. Okay, well, then you move your reload button to the triangle button because you don't use that anyway, right? And then you might say, well, where does my melee go? Realistically, you put your melee. I think you put your melee on the right trigger, the right analog, whatever the hell you want to call it, the way you push down on. And then you're good, right? So then you have your reload for invis. This is for invis only, but you have your reload for invis on triangle. You have your ping on square, and then you have your recall shield or put your shield on yourself on circle, and then you kind of got your. And again, you might not. Yeah, and then you got your push down right trigger for what do you want to call it, for melee, because I know you might do the melee stuff or whatever. There are other pings here. This one's a really good one, need healing. I like to put that one on the right D-pad, so I can just spam that if I need healing on tank, or if I want to signal my support, I'm here, or whatever. I would encourage you, if you don't use comms, to put ultimate status as well on one of these. Figure out which one you want it on, so that you can ping that. because I think pinging that button is a way to communicate to your team, hey, you're about to ult, or to communicate to your co-support, you're gonna ult first. But that's if you don't use comms. So yeah. But let's get back to it. But pings are important, and this is something you should keep in mind for this. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing you can't ping this guy, so I'm not gonna hold you on that one. You do react to this appropriately and jump away, which is good. But once you do this, your attention needs to be on this guy behind you, probably. But at this point, you guys are pencered, so you're probably just gonna die in general. But I would like to see you not do this. So this is a pick. I'm gonna say this is a pick. Maybe not a pick six. You're pencered, and it's a little hard to figure out what to do, so it's not as clear. But you need to put yourself in a position where you're not just healing your team, but where you're dealing with this guy. But because you didn't ping this guy, they don't know he's here. They're oblivious. So honestly, this is just a full team fail. You guys are gonna wipe here because this guy's flanking you. Actually, you don't wipe. All right, let's see where you go from here. Wow. Okay, you pull him in. Good. You don't wipe. That's crazy. That guy could have killed you all if he played that correctly, but whatever. Okay. We're pushing in. Okay. I like that. Self-shield so that the Spider-Man's useless. Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's see what you do. Um, okay, we're just using regular heals. It's fine. Okay. Your pull is on off cooldown. Okay, so I'm noticing something that you don't do. You're not using your pull enough to make plays. Your pull is pressure. It's so much pressure. And this Spider-Man probably can't kill you since you have this self-shield shit now. So you really don't have to worry about using your pull or push for him, I feel like. I would like to see you play a little bit further up. There's not really any hard dive you have to worry about except Spider-Man, and you have the shield to just BS him anyway when he does something. I would like to see you play a little bit further up and be trying to, like, yank these people in and playing with your team more forward. Not a pick six yet, though. Okay. Alright. Still no pull. I have to watch this again. Was this good from you? Let's see. Right, okay. So, sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. Okay. Right, let me look at this one more time. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, this guy's dead. So it's a, so you know in your mind it's a one for whatchamacallit. You're low, but nobody else is low on your team. Actually, no, you're fucking Emma's about to die. Okay, you save your Emma's life. Fuck it, that's fine. Okay. Okay, this is done. Okay, how do we lose? Okay, good push. Very good. Yeah, how do we lose? How did we lose this? I mean, no pick sixes yet, technically. So you have to do pick sixes to lose, basically, versus this, from what it looks like. So I'm curious what happens here. I'm very curious. Let's see. Okay, your teammate died being an idiot. Whatever. Okay, shield for you. Good, good, good. All right. Okay, good pull. Maybe pull mag down. I would think about pulling mag down when you get that opportunity. We're just healing. Pull mag down. Pull mag down. No, pull mag down. Okay, fine, whatever. Yep, whatever. Okay. You need to be careful about Domestically Amazing Spider-Man. Yep, you shield it. Yep. Spider-Man dies. Yeah, I'm really not seeing how you lose this. What the f am I look? Okay, alright, whatever. Still good. Solid. Just easy pushes. Okay, this is a little deep from you and your team, but whatever. It's fine. Still doing good. God, I wish I had fucking bought this skin. I hope they bring it back for Christmas. Still doing great. Teammate did die there, but whatever. That's not your fault. How did you lose this? I'm about to speed this up a little bit, because I don't know when the pick... You must start making some crazy pick sixes at some point. Let's see this. Boom. Boom. Okay. Still chilling. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. That might be the first pick six. That's the first pick six, isn't it? Okay, this is a pick six. This is where, okay. I was like, there's no way you just straight up lose this game randomly. Okay. This comes down to decision making. All right, this is a very important concept, okay? This is something we don't want to do in these types of situations, okay? What is the goal of convoy maps? The goal of convoy is to move the payload. That is the goal, okay? The goal is to move the payload and get it as far as you can. What is the enemy team's goal? To stop the payload and hold it for as long as they can. That means, right, that the initiative is in your hands to kind of get everything moving. The issue with what you're doing here and why this is a decision-making thing is they're down a man, you're down a man. You have so it's 5v5, okay? You can ult here. You don't want to ult here. Why is that? Because if you ult here first, you're giving the tempo to the enemy support to then reactionary ult, and you guys go ult for ult, and you just stall the point here. It gets stuck here. So you don't want to ult first if you can avoid it, because they're just going to counter ult, and then everything's just going to go straight neutral. It's just going to get stuck right here. You would rather not ult here and just play the game, because you want to get value from your ult. Let's say they're fucking let's say their Moon Knight ults first, okay, and people start getting low, and they don't die, but people start getting low, and it's still a neutral fight. If you ult to counter that, then okay, you're getting value from countering the Moon Knight ult. But here you're just ulting at the beginning, I believe. Actually, yeah, you ult before the Moon Knight, which is the problem. Okay, second. You ult before the Moon Knight, so that's bad. The second thing, you're now in a position where Magneto's going to hit you with his ult. Let's see how you play this. You just die straight up. Okay, so again, that's your first pick six. You wasted your ult. You set up a chain of events where you ulted, the enemy support counter ulted, and then you got lucky that they're bad, and instead of just going ult for ult and going neutral, they went ult for ult, put Moon Knight on top of it, put Gambit on top of it, put Magneto on top of it. So overall, it was a bad play from you. It's a pick six, but it's a pick six that goes in the category of your team might be able to recover from it, and you might be able to recover from it. So it's a pick six, definitely. But it's not the end of the world. So that's your first pick six. Okay. That's a decision-making thing. Understanding ult tempo, understanding when to ult, yada, yada, yada. Okay. We try again here. All right, we're back to the neutral. Okay, what I want to see you do here, when you're trying to take space back, basically. You should be throwing your orb out. Imagine if you come over here and you throw your orb right here. Your orb is going to build ult charge from hitting all these people, but it's also going to, like, scare these guys off, and they can't stand in this area. Because they're going to be taking extra tick damage, they're going to be slowed, and they're going to want to get out of this area, which means that by putting the orb right here, like, behind them, you're making these guys not want to fight with this orb behind them. So they're going to back up to around here, and this is going to allow your team, your tanks, to take this space and begin pushing to go back in here. Think of your orb like a way of saying, I don't want you in this area. Back the fuck up. Okay, your Emma's ulting. You need to be on this. Let's see if you do. If your Emma dies here, this is a pick six. Okay. She didn't die, but this is kind of a pick six. No, it's not a pick six. You're good. If you die, it's a pick six here. Okay, you didn't die. I would not have unstealthed that quickly, but okay. You get away with it. Your Emma can't die here. Okay, good. Okay, we push up. We pocket Bucky so he doesn't die. Okay, we pull. Good. Good, good. Pushing. Good. We're thinking about good. You get him. Good. Okay, how do we lose this? I mean, obviously, there's the chance that you just get rolled on defense, but let's see. All right, so we have one pick six so far, but other than that, we're doing relatively well. And again, there are things that you could obviously work on, right? Like, there are moments where people are getting too low and shit like that, but I don't care about that. I only care about the pick sixes that happen. I don't care about the picks as much. Okay, like, here, that chick should not have been in that situation. As soon as you saw she got low, you should have immediately threw the shield on her. Like, when she's right in front of you. And then when she dashes over here, throw it over here. Because she can just heal behind the wall with it, but it's okay. It's like, yeah, this chick is running back out with no HP. This is what I'm talking about. You did it again. It worked out this time because they're bad and don't counter ult. But this is what I was talking about. I say ult first thing. Ulting first is bad. You should just die here. Alright, well, they're just gonna get gaped. Whatever. Your team's just better. So these guys are getting away with playing, I mean, you're getting away with, like, mistakes like that. You're just better. Is this a team gap thing? You should just win this game. Why the fuck do you lose this? That's luck. Okay, we have orb up. See, like, our orb... Hold on. Let's say the replay's about to break. Like, our orb needs to be on cooldown more. Okay. You need to pocket Emma here. Let's see if you do it. Yeah, your team is just doing very well. Everybody seems to know what their job is, too, to a degree, too. Okay. Right. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Good. Good. Okay. Okay. That was a hell of a fucking pick. That was a hell of a pick. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, Magneto ults, you don't do... This could have been terrible. You could have lost the game, or lost a lot of tempo here. You ulted, which is fine. I get why you ult, because you're trying to hold the point. You're trying to make sure nobody dies. Your team's down people. It's the last final fight. I necessarily wouldn't have ulted here. I think you could have just done this without ult and just kind of held tempo. But maybe you were tracking their ult, and you know nobody has ult, so this isn't the worst actually. I still think you could have done this without ult though, for sure. But you ult anyway, whatever, that's fine. That is the one caveat when you ult first, is you can track ults to a point where you can have your ult and the enemy team won't have theirs. So you basically can have super tempo depending if you do it correctly. That's an advanced thing though. I don't know if you're actually doing that in your mind or if you're just ulting the ult. But anyway, okay, so you ult here. And Magneto ults counter. When Magneto ults like this, you need to use a misdirection, okay? So you have two options. We have Cell Shield, which you do have, right, to block his ult, or we have the double jump. Now, the way you double jump versus Magneto is this. You jump in one direction. You single jump in one direction, and he will see you jump in this direction. Like, say you jump to the right. And then you immediately double jump. You press your second jump to the left. And what that does is the last thing that Magneto sees is you jumping to the right. So he's probably just going to throw it to the right. He's going to freak out and probably throw it to the right. But because when you jump to the left, it doesn't show an animation for him to see that. So all he sees is you jump to the right and you just go invisible. He doesn't get an indicator that you jump to the left, jump behind, jump forward, doesn't even matter. So you always want to misdirect your jumps when you use your double jump. You don't want to double jump in the same area. You don't want to jump right and then double jump right because it's like that's predictable. You want to jump in one location and immediately double jump in a different location, if that makes sense. You want to press your second jump somewhere in a different location. It won't ever tell them the indicator or indicate to them which direction you went to, just that you went invisible after your first jump. That's all you need to know. And you don't do that here. You don't double jump, and your shield's blown up, apparently. So this is I don't know if this is a panic thing, but you should have died here and lost your ult and maybe thrown the game. I mean, and maybe put your team in a bad position. You get away with it, but this is a pick. This is a huge pick, actually. Damn near well a pick six. You get away with it, though. I almost want to count that as a pick six. But whatever. Your team's just that much better. Okay. We're going to game two. I mean, we're going to round two. I'm impressed. No. Wait, hold on. I'm very impressed because you made it through an entire round with no picks. Well, you made it with because that means that you did pretty decent on the first round. That's fine. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, I mean, the first round was really solid. I'm not sure how this... They shouldn't win this. So I'm going to see what happens. I'm assuming you're going to do quite a few pick sixes on this. So, because I think you only have one so far. I think you have one so far. When you ulted first. And you got killed by Moon Knight, and that was a whole transpired of events. Yeah. If a better player in that situation, if they noticed that you did that, they could have been able to take over the entire tempo of the game at that point. But it's okay. You're not versus those lobbies yet, so you're good. Okay, we're playing like normal. I need to see you use your bubble. Wait, hold on. Have you used it? You've used your orb. We're good. Okay. All right. This is good. Still just doing whatever. Okay. Healing. It's fine. I need to see your orb. Orb. Ooh, if you die here, it's a pick six. Okay. You don't die. All right, so again, I need to see. Look. This is see what their invis is doing. Their invis is doing exactly what you need to do. Is that the orb or is that their Bucky shot? Let's see. I can't tell. You're red team. Nope, their invis is doing exactly what you should be doing. Look at this. See how the orb is right here, and now your team needs to back away or take free damage, and their invis is just going to build ult charge. The other thing I want you to think about this orb is this orb lets you build free ult charge. Okay, people may think, oh, it doesn't kill anybody. It's fine. It doesn't need to kill anybody. If you throw it into 5 people or an area where they have to walk through or they're going to stand near, just free ult charge. It gets you your ult faster. If you do get your ult faster, you can actually maybe get away with some stuff sometime. Okay? All right, now, let's see back to it. All right, we're doing this. You die here to Spider-Man. It's a pick six. You cannot die to Spider-Man. You cannot die to Spider-Man. Okay, you didn't. Good. I'd like to see you work on your dive counter. What the fuck? Okay, this is a pick six if this goes horribly wrong, and it is. So you ult for your team back here. This is a panic ult. The reason why this is problematic is because these guys don't lose anything from this ult. There's zero pressure. It's not even totally on the point, so they could literally walk on the point and start contesting the point if they really want to. They could take all the space they want. You put this ult way too far in the back, by the way. Like, if you're going to ult like this, you would want to position your ult where it's like a circle around here at the very back, and the majority of it is like right here, so that your team can hold this space. Your team still can't hold this space. This is bad. This is a really bad ult. This is a pick six ult. This is a pick six ult. So we could tell a running thing that we're running in with you is your ults. Your ults are what are holding you back, definitely, on a level. Your ults, you need to work on your ults some. Your ult decision making, your ult placement, those are some things I'm noticing over the course of this replay. I'm going to count this one as your second pick six, because this ult is terrible, and again, I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just being blunt. The rest of your gameplay has been quite well. Actually, really pretty decent. Your ults are what I'm noticing though is something that's sticking out. And this is a weakness area, because now what should happen is that Invis should be able to ult after this ult you did and just take over this point. You guys should get wiped out. Not saying she's good enough to do it, but if she is, that's what should happen. She should be like, oh, Invis wastes her ult. This is free as hell. They got nothing for it. Let's see. Spider-Man goes in on you. Good push. Somebody's dead. Their Invis did a terrible ult as well. Again, this is you're playing against people who are your rank, right? Their Invis did the same shit, and it's even worse. Their Invis is even worse than is 10 times worse than you, right? So be proud of that, because their Invis decided to ult here, right? There is no threat. Number one. Number two, you're down a man. So it's already a 5v6 in their favor. This ult isn't even on the point. It serves zero purpose. I don't know why they ulted. But let's go. And so even though you did a pick six with your ult, the Invis did a pick six with hers. So that's how it works in these elos. This shit happens all the time. And so when it happens, it's counteracted by them doing something just as bad. That's why I say, like, the higher up you go, the more it becomes, I won't say luck, but more about, like, playing more games, I guess. Because when you get to Celestial and this kind of stuff happens, usually it's only one-sided. Usually it's like, oh, this guy's an idiot, did that. Free game, we win. Like, it's like you have to play from the 8 ball. This is not one of those situations, though. Okay? See, this would have been a perfect time to have your ult to counter Bucky. And now you have to do a Gambit and that. So you're just gonna die here, probably. You're gonna wipe. This is it. Yeah, this is a wipe. Okay, that's the second pick six. We're gonna see if we get to the third one.
I don't give up so easily.
There's your ult placement again there. Okay, they're gonna take the point. Luckily, by the way, you are 10 times better than their Invis. I need to just stretch this again. If you played more consistently, you would dumpster this game. Your heals, I'm going to guess, are completely destroying this Invis. You have 27,000 heals. Their Invis only has 18,000. And she's their ace. Had you played this more consistently with your ultimates, you would have 1v9 hard carried this fucking game, probably. You are absolutely gaping their Invis in terms of impact, healing, pressure. Even your ults are better, even though your ults are not that great. Your ults are worse. You're literally dumpstering their team. This is, if your ults were more refined, this would be one of those games. Like, I'm gonna be very clear. Games like this, when you clean your stuff up and you get more consistent and you figure out what your weaknesses are and you stop doing them in games like this, these are the games where the enemy team feels like EOM is real, because they feel like you are the unfair player that's in this game that is just stomping all over their faces. So I commend you for playing very well. Like, it's just the ult is your issue. The ult and maybe not enough of your orb usage to create space, make space, yada yada, all that good stuff. You're doing very well with absorbing the Spider-Man dive too. You could do better. Good push. Good push. Your team dies, though, so you got to get the hell out of there. Okay. I'm not going to say that as a pick six, but I will say that it's questionable. That's definitely a pick, because I did see you do this, and I wanted to point this out. Okay. So this was the one issue I saw. You're leaving your shield out. There's no reason to leave it out here. Let it blow up. I mean, put it away. 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 Because your shield needs to heal up. Your shield needs to heal up. And you've got triple support. So you really should be, like, not... You don't need to sit on this thing. Also, this positioning is kind of weird because you want to retreat to, like, here, usually. Or you want to retreat to, like, up here where there's, like, health packs and shit. You're on the left-hand side. A little weird. A little weird. You don't want the shield to blow up like this because then it's going to go on a 6-second cooldown. And then you're open for this kind of shit right here. And you push him away, which is good. But your team's dead. And so because your team's dead now, you need to get the hell out. But you can't get out because you're in a bad position. And so you jump and bump your head on this. If you were just over here, where you have more freedom, right? If you're over here, you can literally do the same thing. You still have cover here. And if anything goes wrong, you double jump. Health pack here. Health pack back here. Or reposition over here, yada, yada, yada. Pick, not a pick six. Dangerously close to a pick, though, because it's technically a positioning thing. But I'm going to give you one more. Let's see where it goes. I just wanted to look at the ult charge again. You and Invis ulted about the same time. You're at 92, she's at 51. Alright, this is going to be one of those key moments where we're going to see if you do it. People are patterns of behavior. I think there's a very good chance you're going to ult for no reason. And you're going to probably do it again. I called it. I called it. Now, I bet in response to this, Moon Knight might ult you guys in this thing and fucking ruin you. Because if Moon Knight ults on top of you after you've ulted, he probably can just kill you. Let's see. And also, this doesn't do anything. Remember, if you ult in better positions, I'm going to end the video here because this is very important. This is very important. When you ult, don't use it as just a healing circle, right? Use it as a, God, you probably never played League of Legends, but if you did, there's a character in League of Legends called, there's two characters in League of Legends. One called Jarvan, one called Kindred. Kindred, when she ults, she puts a circle around where nobody can die in the circle. And if you fight her in that circle, you can't die either. But the thing about it is when the circle ends, Kindred heals for like a little bit or whatever. So it's really awkward to fight her in the circle because you know when the circle ends, she's just going to heal and hit you one time and you're going to die usually. But anyway, that's not really a good example. The example I want to give you is, instead of thinking this like a healing circle, think of this as an entrapment. Okay? So if you put this around the enemy team, let's say the enemy team was pushed up and they were at the point fighting right here, and then you drop this ult on all of you guys, including the enemy team. They're slowed in the ult, so they can't get out really easily. If they walk out of the ult, they get even more slowed, if I remember correctly. So it's like a 30% slow in the ult to move around. It's like a 35% more slow if you move out of the ult. And in the ult, your team is being healed. And if they move out of the ult, they can't see what's going on inside, meaning their teammates inside are just trapped and dying, right? Use your ult more as an entrapment. Use your ult more as the mindset of, when I ult, I'm surrounding everybody. I'm dictating how this fight will go. Not as this is my safe circle, stay out of it, don't come here, we're holding this space. Think of it more aggressively, a playmaker. Think of it as, I can make a play with my ult and initiate a massive fight that's unfavorable to the enemy team. Instead of, this is my safe circle, stay away. The safe circle, stay away, is more of the, and I want to say, when people say heal bot, this is what they're talking about. They say, this is the safe circle, the passive circle, stay away, don't touch the point, we're scared. But if you put it on everybody on top of you, this is the welcome to my domain. Or a good way of thinking of it is, have you ever seen Watchmen? When Rorschach says, you think that I'm trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me. And they're all trapped in here with you, and now you've got to, they got to deal with you and your team and your ult and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here. That's 3 pick sixes. And all of them were basically ult-based. So we now know, we've identified what a running issue is your ultimate decision-making and placement is something that's costing you games. So there we go. I'm going to end the video game. I hope it helps you.